Hello, and welcome to the 13 Nights of Horror.
Oh!
I am TJ Washuk.
And I'm Evan O'Neill.
And today's episode is Silver Bullet from 1985.
It's a Stephen King novel called Cycle of the Beast. It's got my man Gary Busey in it. And, surprisingly, a lot happens in an hour and 30 minutes. That's the running time for this movie.
So besides Gary Busey, apparently he plays a drunk uncle named Red. There is the main character, Corey Haim. His name is Marty. He is a cripple.
Little cripple boy.
And Everett McGill. He is from, Twin Peaks and some other shows and movies. He's the Reverend and also the costumed werewolf. So he plays not only the guy, the Reverend, but he also plays the guy in the costume, which
He does all his own stunts.
Yeah, so it's pretty rare to see, which I thought was cool. So starting off, yes, this movie is called Silver Bullet. Coincidentally, the main character is Marty. His I guess it's motorized, not electric, because back then didn't have electricity in their wheelchairs.
They didn't have batteries like that.
But it was called the Silver Bullet.
Yeah. Set in 1976. Got a little wheelchair powered go-kart powered wheelchair.
Yeah.
And he's such a good kid. He's a great kid.
Yeah. So movie starts off. Killing of a person. Where was it?
On a train tracks.
On a train tracks, right.
The werewolf lops his head off, and they think it's an accident.
Yeah, they think he was just drunk and fell asleep on the tracks. There's a lot of one-liners in this movie. If you like one-liners, you'll like this movie.
Oh yeah. Showing off her tits like nobody ever had tits like her before.
What was it? There was another one you texted me. Pulling it up real quick. Hey honey, it's your oven, but it ain't my bun.
Yeah. Like what was the point of that scene?
So the Reverend actually kills that lady.
Oh yeah, that's right. They built a little backstory. She was gonna kill herself because she was pregnant, and old boy didn't want to have nothing to do with her.
Exactly, and he killed her because that was committing a sin. So there's like religious values in this movie as well.
Yeah. A
lot of practical effects.
Yeah. A cool tricycle wheelchair thing.
Yeah. So not only is he a drunk, but he's also a great mechanic and can like this is Red. He builds Marty a awesome looking, almost look like a motorcycle in a way.
Yeah.
Type of bike. I also thought it was interesting that the priest or the Reverend, after Marty's friend dies, Brady, he says the face of the beast always becomes known, and the time of the beast always passes. I thought that was a kind of a cool line that he said.
Oh yeah, he did say that. It's a movie really about the relationship. It's narrated by the older sister.
Yeah, which
is really weird. It's really about the relationship between an uncle, a relatively absent father. I think he has like one line, two lines the whole movie.
That is true. He's more close with the uncle than the father.
Yeah, the father's almost not there. The mother's almost not there. and it's about a cripple boy.
Yeah, it's really weird that there's no. It's not that the guy's bad, I guess, in a way. The father, I think he's just very like a neglectful father, is what it is.
Yeah.
But I
So
saw.
there's some interesting emotional undertones in that movie.
Yeah, I saw also online that it was actually nominated for an award back in 1988. A Portugal awards festival called Fantasoporto or something like that for best film. The plot itself I thought was, pretty decent. Everything was good about the movie. I felt until the end. I felt it was very short how the movie ended. But
yeah, the final climax.
Yeah, it was. There's a build up. They make this awesome one singular silver bullet melting down the two necklaces by this.
He said he was like a
old world
master.
craftsman.
Yeah, an old world craftsman.
Yeah.
They made it sound nostalgic.
Right.
Or epic. And they made it the hero needed a weapon forged, and only the best blacksmith could do it.
Yeah, he's like, I think it was my best work.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, it's so funny. I'm sure in the novel it's very different.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's more impactful.
Also, Marty was pretty much the only one to survive seeing the werewolf. Everyone leading up to that has died.
Mm-hmm.
The town goes after the werewolf, and at one part, the bartender, he has a bat called, what is it called, the Peacemaker?
Yeah, the Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. He's beating the werewolf in the fog, somehow loses the bat, and then the werewolf starts beating him.
So it was a little goofy.
Yeah, I mean,
or at least gave you the idea that it's not just a beast; it's like a man beast.
Exactly. So it's not a typical werewolf where they forget when they become a werewolf. Apparently, he's a self-aware.
Mm-hmm. A self-aware wolf.
Yeah. So Marty, he shoots a firework into the werewolf's eye. That's how we find out that the Reverend is the villain, because
the Reverend's eye is suddenly patched up the next day.
And the sister goes around searching the town asking for bottles.
But it's really just a gag to be able to try to see who's missing an eye.
Yeah, and she was kind of pissed off that she didn't find anyone until she reached to the Reverend. And I was like, you collected all those bottles and you're pissed off? You had a crap ton in your cart.
Yeah. It's a good movie. I wouldn't say it's all that scary, but it's a good werewolf movie.
No, and it's rated R, which I didn't think it would be a rated R movie. There isn't too much gore. Language is very light. I mean, it says fuck, I think, twice, and goddamn. There's drinking in it, but that's PG-13. And one thing I thought was interesting. I'm a millennial, so I'm not keen on this, but I guess apparently at the end of broadcasts on TV shows, Home of the Brave used to play.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at all. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a thing for a long, long time. Used to be like an old Native American chief head on there. Like that's where if you ever see the load screens on Fallout.
Okay.
He's kind of like that.
Huh. Yeah. So they're towards the end of the movie, they're sitting on the couch watching TV.
Doesn't it do that in Poltergeist?
Oh. Did it? I think it did, but I didn't catch it as, an end of broadcast.
Oh yeah.
Deal. I thought it was just Poltergeist, messing with the TV at the end. Because at the end it was static. But yeah, I enjoyed the movie.
Me too, man. It's one of the earliest horror movies I can remember seeing. Just because I specifically remember Little Boy in a Wheelchair and Werewolf movie, and then Gary Busey.
Yeah, Gary Busey played himself, basically.
Yeah. It was cool, though. It was fun.
All right.
Good character.
That was Silver Bolt from 1985 Stephen King adaptation. Please give us a like, comment, and subscribe. I am TJ Washuk.
And I'm Evan O'Neill.
This has been a Two Guys production.